What do YouTube? It's your boy Matt the Scat. I mean, hold on. Hey! I have definitely two videos dropping today. I'm gonna drop a Bam Adebayo 2K22 build and possibly a ASMR 2K My Team gameplay. But you're definitely getting two videos today, at least two. But before we jump into prediction on Game 2, let's just do a quick recap of Game 1, or just give our thoughts on it, I should say, alright? Now, when I dropped the prediction video for Game 1, I said Celtics in 6, right? Literally like an hour, maybe 2 hours later, I find out our best perimeter defender and defensive player of the year is out, and our second best rim protector and our best shooting big is out. And Heat fans are trying to make it seem like these are excuses. Let me say this again. Literally, we did not have our best perimeter defender and our second best rim protector plus our best shooting big. That means a lot versus them not having Kyle Lowry. First of all, Kyle Lowry isn't even an all-star caliber point guard anymore. I'm choking. I'm so upset. I'm getting caught up. He's good. He's not ass, but he's definitely not what he was. Can he still defend? Yes. Is he a good playmaker and can initiate offense? Sure. But obviously, our two loss is way more devastating than them not having Kyle Lowry. Now, even if we didn't have Al Horford, which I don't think we're going to have in Game 2, we might have Marcus Smart. Now, let me explain to you why I say if we just had Marcus Smart, we didn't even need Al Horford to beat y'all last game. If we had just had Marcus Smart, I think we probably would have beat y'all. First of all, Jason Tatum in the first half. I'm going to start with Jason Tatum. It's going to lead into that. I'm going to get to that. But Jason Tatum in the first half came out like prime Kobe. He came out like a strong-ass Durant. He came out like prime T-Mac with defense. Like, that man came out like the JT that we all expect him to come out as. The only reason the Miami Heat were even in the ball game in the first half was because of Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero dropped 15 points in the first half and literally kept y'all in the game. Because y'all would have been down by 15 if Tyler Hero didn't do that. And at one point, y'all were still down by like 13. But without Tyler Hero, y'all would have got blown out in the first quarter, second quarter, definitely for sure. And that's why I think Marcus Smart's impact was missed the most. Because I believe Marcus Smart stops a lot of that Tyler Hero keeping y'all in the game. I believe now I'm not saying he would have locked them down because Tyler Hero's a bucket. But instead of 15 points, he might have had like, I don't know, probably like 7 or 8. That matters. That affects you in winning the game. Now, would they have came back and probably like tied the game? Sure, because they have playoff Jimmy Butler. We know that. But I'm just saying it puts us in a way better position than what we ended up being ultimately, all right? So I think Marcus Smart, if he plays, we win. But since he didn't play, we lost. We're down 0-1. I still think we can win the series. I still think we're going to win the series. I'm going to say Celtics in 7. I'm just going to push the game back. That was a freebie. Now, if we had won that game, that would have been a horrible look for y'all Miami fans. Because that means we would have beat y'all without our best perimeter defender, our best rim protector and shooting big, and we beat y'all on the road. That would have been a gut punch to the Heat fans, to anybody who was rooting against Boston. That would have been crazy, but we're down. Jimmy Butler's insane. I already told you guys, Jimmy Butler in the playoffs is an MVP caliber player. I literally said that in my last video. I replayed him so many times in the playoffs. I already know how this man gets, man. Like, he's been like this. It's not even just this year. He's been doing this for at least 3 years. Like, this man is really like that. He raises his playmaking, his scoring. He's always going to give you effort defensively. But it's like he turns into like Jordan and DeMar DeRozan offensively, but keeps that defensive intensity that he has throughout the entirety of the regular season. He just literally just goes ballistic. And his killer instinct is, if I could just put Jimmy Butler's mindset and Jason Tatum might end up being a top 10 player or top 5 player of all time. Literally. Because Jason Tatum, he has the skill set and the talent is clearly there. And he's maturing. I told you guys he's a top 10 player, which I firmly believe. But there's something slightly not all the way there with Jason Tatum, and I think it's mental. I think he's grown mentally over the last 2 years, but there's still room to grow. And obviously he's young, which why it makes sense. But he's definitely not as mentally tough as, let's just say, Jimmy Butler or maybe like Anthony Edwards. He's more in the Steph range, a talented superstar who, I don't want to say gets worse in the playoffs because Jason Tatum does get better. I think Jason Tatum plays better in the playoffs than Steph. But it's like they don't turn up as much as you would think they would in the playoffs based on how good they are. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by him and Steph. But I think Jason Tatum's going to have a huge game. I actually think we're going to tie the series 1-1 even without Al Horford. We need Marcus Smart. We need one of them. Now, if both of them don't play, it's looking spooky. It's looking real spooky, and I think we still have a chance to beat Miami without either one of them, but I think we'll lose without Marcus Smart or Al Horford. But if we have one of them, we'll win. If we have one of them for game 2, I believe in Miami, we win. Because I don't think Jimmy Butler's going to have back-to-back 40-point games. He might drop 27, maybe low 30s, but I don't see him going on an offensive tear, and I don't see him getting to the line that much as he did in game 1. So I'm going to say Boston wins a tough game. We probably win by like 4 or 5 points. I don't see Boston winning this by more than 10. I think it's going to be a very good one that goes down to the wire. But I just think Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and I'll say a role player steps up. I don't know who, but I think one role player steps. And isn't it hilarious how in the last video I talked about Peyton Pritchard has the potential? Because I was making a point that the Celtics have 6 players who can go get you 20 any given night. I said Jason Tatum, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, and then I even threw in Peyton Pritchard. And I know some of y'all probably like, Peyton Pritchard, I mean, he's a good shooter, but nah. Literally, the man almost got 20 points, and I literally said he's capable of getting 20 points. I just thought that was hilarious, because it's true. It's true, like, he's really a bucket. He fears nothing. But I see what the Miami Heat is doing to him. They're giving him the Kemba Walker treatment. What I mean by the Kemba Walker treatment, for those who watched that conference finals in the bubble, what they did to Peyton Pritchard is what they exactly did the same thing to Kemba Walker. And that's exactly why I wanted Kemba Walker off the team, because he's such a liability. See, but at least Peyton Pritchard's offense is kind of making up for his defensive liability. Kemba Walker wasn't doing a damn thing on offense, just getting smoked. So I can't complain to the degree that I did with Kemba, because at least Pritchard is contributing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing something. Kemba wasn't doing a damn thing for us. He was just making life miserable. His offense fell off, and he was bad. He was just bad. But Peyton Pritchard, I like him. I think he's going to be very useful. I wouldn't play him that many minutes in this series specifically because they're targeting him. So you might have to cut his minutes back a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to stick with Celtics in 7. I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat won in 7-0 because Jimmy Butler in the playoffs is different. We all know this. Jason Tatum's elite. He's top 10. If he beats Jimmy Butler, that means he would. I think Jason Tatum would have probably a top 3 playoff run in NBA history. He went through Giannis, which is the best player in the world, a generational talent in Kevin Durant, who we all say is the top 3 scorer in the NBA, and then playoff Jimmy Butler, and then would have to beat Luka or Steph. If Jason Tatum wins this ring, this would probably be the greatest run all through, not just the finals, from the first round to the end. Jason Tatum might have, if he pulls it off, you might have to give it to him, man. But thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video, and I'm out. Peace. Hey, Celtics in 7.